4 out of 5 players is good enough for us to start playing the game. So we are on session, I think like 94 or something like that. Devin, is that what you said?
I don't know. I can get back to you on that.
Session a lot. Rise of the Runelords. All right, we finished off last week. You guys have cleared enough of the dam for the boat to go through with some work. You're pretty confident that you can get the rest of it down if you decide to stop and spend some time here. Which, as it turns out, the captain has ordered the ship to stop while he takes at least a few hours to repair the sails. The captain is suggesting that we camp here overnight, but I'm going to let y'all figure that out. He delegates. You see this captain. He's a large, barrel-chested man with a thick, long, black, curly beard and a head that's completely shaved bald. And he points to the first mate, the man named Baylor that you've talked to before, and he says, to get this ship fixed and make sure that all the men are healthy. And then he points to Nars, and he says, "You come with me." And he takes Nars by the shoulder and leads him back into the captain's chambers. And y'all do not see anything from them after that. So what do y'all wish to do?
Well, I guess we're going to camp here, right?
Yes, the idea is that, the captain and, by extension, Baylor have suggested that we camp here for the night. You can probably persuade Baylor to move on. But you're at least here for a couple of hours to repair the sails.
I almost wonder if we want to move somewhere else so the dragon doesn't come back and mess us up tonight.
If the dragon wanted to come back, it could just follow upstream and find us.
Good point.
I don't think you'd outrun a dragon on a boat.
Yeah, Baylor, he's like, "Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit worried about the dragon.
You should be.
He's a black dragon, and he looks to be young adult, maybe rather small for his type, but it seemed rather angry with us, and just considering the damage that the drakes did to the sails, I would hate to see what he could do, she could do, whatever, on a full blast."
Well, she did say we killed her children.
He looks back at the drakes that are piled on the shore now that the other pirates are starting to carve up for food, and he goes, "Ugh," and tugs at his collar. Like, "Eee."
So,
Which I'm gonna ask: is there anything of value of the dragons? Because I know Musashi would have been interested, as he would have been pissed at him.
He says, "Well, dragons notoriously have hordes. Surely, if y'all can manage to, to fell this dragon, it's any treasure you find is yours."
Without skipping a beat, Musashi's gonna start walking over to the dragon to start getting his dues.
You respect that creature.
Aye, whatever.
No.
Is that what you guys wish to do? Or y'all gonna talk it over?
Ren's like, I don't think we should go after this dragon. On the one hand, I've seen these before, and it is highly likely we will all be killed. On the other hand, this thing could come back for us at an inopportune moment. So we can either take advantage while we have the element of surprise, or we sacrifice the element of surprise to the dragon.
Do we think there's any chance in hell we can reason with it, even though we have this? And I'm gonna grab the horn of the dragon and like shake its head.
There's literally a sailor over there eating a dragon haunch. It's one of its babies. I don't think we can reason with this one.
Baylor says, well, now dragons are intelligent. I mean, she may be willing to talk. Or at least not kill us. Yeah. Nars is still gigantic. Jesus.
He's helping with the boat.
Yeah, he's on the boat.
Well, even if we could go and reason with the dragon, she's not going to let us take her horde. So there's really no sense in going over there unless you intend to kill her, Musashi.
I have no plans on taking out a dragon because, as you can see, as he slaps his stomach, I make a pretty tasty snack for something that big.
So we're in agreement that we're just going to move on and hope the dragon doesn't find us?
Why not? Go for it.
Dragons don't act without purpose.
This
He
dragon's
wanted
purpose
the
will be
dam
vengeance.
down. He had some of the same goals, but harming its young. The dragon will not have any favor with you. Or you with it.
You see is the
Let the dragon go do what dragon's gonna do. And if we meet it again, we need to help whatever its endeavor is. If we want to have a chance of not being barbecue.
I'm with her.
Sounds good. Musashi then lets go of the dragon. It's not going to chop it up or butcher it, and he just kind of walks back over. It would have made some good armor.
Let's go.
So as the afternoon goes on, you see the sailors have done a fair job repairing the mast and hanging a new sail. And Baylor, like he suggested, is still intending to camp here for the night. So he's unloading like a tent and stuff to set up on the shore. All the other sailors, they're milling about. Some of them with drinks in their hands.
So we're just planning on staying where we are, camping right here.
That's what Baylor's plan is.
All right, and he's staying on the shore.
I rarely get to spend a night with earth under my feet, so I would love to camp out here, underneath the stars. He's under the stars every night, I guess. Still,
Rin says, "I'll join you."
right.
She only sleeps like 2 hours a night, but she'll join. Keep watch.
I think Musashi is going to try and find a spot by some trees, but not on the boat because, it's a big ass target and he doesn't want to be lit on fire.
Not a bad choice.
She's
the
gonna
sun-
hobble over to the stream and kind of wash off a little bit. Get a little bit in a cup to drink. Have some fresh water and probably curl up against the tree trunk down here.
Yeah, Zipporah's gonna find a tree trunk also.
The sun is mostly set. The fire is burning. Several of the sailors have gathered on the shore, drinking and carrying on, having a decent night. You see, a couple of the younger sailors boasting about how they struck that drake with their crossbow bolt. Everybody's having a great night. One of them walks up to I assume most of y'all are still relatively close together, and so He says y'all are heading down the river, says the first mate does. Y'all aren't gonna stay with us?
Only until we reach our destination.
Oh, we could use some fighters like you. Where y'all want to get off at? Where you going?
Where are we going? I forgot.
I do too. I was gonna say I'm following him.
Turtleback Ferry.
That's the one. Turtleback Ferry. Is it raining?
It is still raining.
It's always raining. Okay.
Why do you
It
think I'm
is-
under the tree?
Yeah, it is pouring rain still.
Great.
They're like they've managed to light a fire as by I should have gone. They covered their found some wood. I don't know. It's magic. Fuck it. I said there's a fire. There's a fire. We've already been drinking.
Okay, just checking.
Anyways,
They brought
but yeah.
tinder from below deck. It is dry down there.
They've done one of those canopy arches kind of above the fire and cover the smoke out.
Yeah.
It's a pretty thick tree. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. So but he says there's an establishment down there that I've heard some good things about, and he looks around and he says, I may have frequented a time or two.
What sort of
So-
establishment?
It's a gambling barge, you see, and there's also some ladies that work there, and men too, if that's your thing. He looks over at Musashi. He's like, I'm not judging, but
His hand on a sword.
yeah, it's wonderful. It's run by what's her name? She's so beautiful. The Lady L. Oh, L. Yeah, she's the madam there, and I've heard that she is very expensive.
Have you met her yourself?
Oh yes. One time I did. She asked me if I could give a donation and receive some special token, but I couldn't afford the donation, and so she told me if I could work for it, then I can come back this next time and get a permanent membership.
Interesting. And I'll give her your regards when we arrive. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Ballard.
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 It's good to meet you, Ballard. We appreciate the information.
Yeah. So, but are you guys not worried about them ogres? Like you're gonna be right there near the Hook Mountains in Krieg territory.
So Musashi's gonna start taking out a sword and doing his maintenance on it and sharpening it and that. He's just gonna look over at him, just go, nope.
He sees the big sword. He says, "That's a nice sword. That's a nice sword." I said, look, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. If y'all just seem like you're having a good night, I'm gonna go. I'll spend my
he's
night
gonna go-
rambling about Turtleback Ferry to them blokes over there. Just when you get to Clay Bottom Lake, try and catch me one of them giant gars or something. I said, or see if you can see one of them snapping turtles. Them things are fucking vicious.
Musashi's gonna stop him, be like, "Oh no!" And he'll light the sword on fire and stoke his own flame with it. And then let's get back to cleaning it and be like, "Oh, tell me about those things. That sounds kind of fun."
Oh yeah. Did you know where Turtleback got its name from?
He's gonna look perplexed and he's gonna say, "An ancient turtle."
Yeah, well, lots of them. See, in Turtleback Ferry, it's this special breed of turtles that grow there in Clay Bottom Lake and the surrounding and the streams and estuaries. But you see, they get really big. In fact, the ferry itself is made from a turtle shell. It's huge. It fits like 25 people.
I'm going to immediately look at Ren and go, can we have turtle soup when we get there?
It's the best. In fact, down if you go just outside of town down to Pindaka, there's this place, Olam Creature. He makes some amazing cranberry turtle egg pies. It's the Wall-Eyed Wife. That's the name of it. Wall-Eyed Wife. That's what he is.
Somebody getting all these names?
Do you have your notebook, Susan?
What was the last name of that one? Wall-eyed what?
The Wall-Eyed Wife.
Okay.
In an area called Pindaka. But he says they say that there's still some of them giant snapping turtles that live in the waters. It's just the ones that live there now are really old and smart and know not to come up where the people can see them. And he's just sitting there like swaying, looking at you guys, glassy-eyed.
So tell me, Ballard, where are you from?
I'm from oh shit. I forgot the
Come
town.
up, river.
Yes, I'm from Ragville.
Ragville.
Ragville. It's really it's way north of the Hook Mountains, up near the mine spins, and it was really poor town. Yeah, but I left, and now I'm a pirate, and I am moderately not poor. And he looks really proud.
Well, congratulations, Ballard.
Thank you. Let's see. Anything else y'all want to ask about? Anything he's mentioned? Do y'all want him to?
Could he elaborate on this membership with Madame L?
Oh yeah, she says that she gives you a tattoo. She wouldn't show it to me because she said it's a members only kind of thing, and that I could have it when I have enough gold. But I know it's very select, very few people does she let have this benefit. Only her best patrons.
Ren's gonna cast a gaze over at Musashi with that one, because he's really the only original member of the party here at this point.
Yeah.
And she's like, cast a gaze over, because we've been looking for people with tattoos, right? The 7-sided Sahedron rune, 7-pointed star.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been so long.
You found several people with the marking. You've not found anybody who's had it tattooed. Most of what you've seen with it so far have been dead folks who have it carved on their body.
Just carved, nobody with tattoos. It's worth looking into, because if it's a cult symbol of some kind, we need to know.
I guess Musashi will ask him, so are there any gangs or weird groups in this area we got to worry about, since you mentioned all these tattoos and everything?
I mean, it's just the Kriegs. It's just the Kriegs. There's some nasty ogres, but the Black Arrows mostly keep them under control. They're too afraid to get close to town while the Black Arrows are around. And there's some folks that are like really nasty, like people who like they like have sex with the ogres, and they're called ogrekin, and they live all over the area. They're just disgusting.
Getting a real Appalachian vibe to this.
Like the writer of the adventure compared it to Deliverance.
Okay, so remind me, is Turtleback Ferry the place we're going because we weren't getting any sort of replies from that area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turtleback Ferry is the closest town to Fort Rannoch, which is
Right,
the
Fort
home of
Rannoch.
Black Arrows.
Where we believe has been potentially taken over by this cult.
Has potentially been taken over by something. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So he's talking about the Black Arrows like it's still an active thing. So I want to ask him, when was the last time you were at Fort Rannoch?
I stay clear of Fort Rannoch. They've been there in the area for like 50 something years, and I ran into some of the arrows. Real cool guy named Cavan last time I was down there, and he says he's in town a lot, and yeah, he's a Black Arrow.
Did you say his name is Kevin?
Cavan. Yeah.
Haven.
All right.
Yeah, he was a real cool dude. He drank with me a lot at the Paradise, but shh, his boss isn't supposed to know.
Anybody else got any questions for Ballard?
Nah, I think that covers most of the stuff I can think of.
Do we have anything with the Sahedron rune? Well, I have the Sahedron rune around my neck, don't I?
You do, I guess, if you're wearing the thing.
I believe I am.
Somebody should have a ring, right?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm not wearing it.
See, I don't remember what I still have.
I don't remember what happened to that.
I gotta pull up my inventory sheet.
Either way, I'm sure we have something with the Sahedron rune on it that we can show Ballard and ask him if he recognizes the symbol at all.
And he doesn't. Like, you show it to him, and he, stares at it for a good minute. This is a very pretty necklace that you've got here. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Okay.
So, and he says, "Well, you folks, you have a good night. I'm gonna go back to my bunk and go to sleep." And he just sits down on a log in front of you guys and passes out.
Night to night.
Musaj is gonna look over at Ren and be like, "Can you please at least lay him down so he doesn't kill himself in his sleep?"
Yeah, all right. I'll use Mage Hand and maneuver him to the ground.
You push him gently, and he just flops over on his side in the mud.
There, he's face down. He'll be okay.
All right. Yeah. Anything? Anybody else you wanna try and talk to for? I haven't planned much conversation, but I can always wing it.
I would approach our first mate, Baylor,
Yeah, Baylor.
with the same question about the Sahedron rune and if you've ever seen anything like it.
Yeah, he looks at it, and I don't have a sheet for him. But actually, I'm gonna roll a plus.
Remind
Yeah,
me what
yeah.
this is a symbol of?
It's a symbol of the cult we're following.
Okay.
He looks at it and he says, "Now this is a Thessalonian rune, I believe. I've seen this a few times around, mostly up north. There's some folks that carry this over. Oh God, I can't think of the area. It's in the next adventure, but
The area from the next adventure.
yes, I've seen this around up north, but no, it's not very prevalent, I'd say. So, what do you ask?
Our business takes us in that direction in search of this particular ruin, but I can't go into any more detail than that.
I understand. Well, I can tell you that if I find it anywhere, that I'll document it, and I will do my best to alert you to any time that I see it.
Well, we'd appreciate that, as well as perhaps practice some safety here, because these people are not to be trifled with.
Yes, I understand. Some very powerful people in the world these days.
More and more every year, it seems.
Baylor, he's full elf, I think. Yeah, so he looks at you, and you're half elf. So how old are you? You don't mind my asking?
I had to ask that question. I believe Ren is about 150. I haven't read her backstory in a while. I'm gonna go with 100, 150.
Like, wow, you look remarkable. I'm only about 98 myself. Rather young, I know.
Well, catching up.
But I mean, honestly, I've never seen anybody quite like you. What, how do you find yourself with this crew? What's
It's a long story.
I understand. We elves can be long-lived and rather short-spoken. And if you do not wish to speak of it, I will not pry.
Only that it would be unbelievable. But I trust everyone that's in the party with me now.
Baylor lifts up his own hand, and he it's a mechanical red arm, and he says, "I can believe many things, but look, I don't know if you have any use of this." But he reaches into his satchel, and he pulls out a scroll, and he says, "I would like for you to take your time, study the ship, and if you ever have need or ability, cast this." And he hands you a scroll of teleportation.
Oh, nice.
He says, "Please, bring your people back to me anytime."
I'll do that. I appreciate this.
So now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go do my rounds and make sure that some of these men aren't too inebriated.
Of course, by all means.
He looks over and sees Ballard sleeping on his his face in the mud. I'll check him last.
No, Jeremy, I can't remember with my flaming no dachi. The flames were magical where they don't produce heat against me, right?
Right.
Nuts, because Musashi's gonna sit there with a sword, being cold in the rain, and like light it on fire and like try and warm himself with it, and realizing it's not working, be like, "Damn it, set back down."
While we're on the subject of things that we're doing after he walks away, Ren has a spell book that she picked up a while back, and there's 2 spells in it she has not learned, and
Okay.
I need to roll for them.
Okay.
So the first one is Enlarge Person, which I need a 16 spellcraft to learn it.
Okay.
Let's see what I get.
Oh, 15.
Damn it.
Unsuccessful.
All right. Unsuccessful. I know I can't seem to learn these spells. The other one is Web, and I need a 17 to get Web.
Come on, Web. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So you see her over there. She's studying a book for a little bit.
Light bulb.
She does the Spider-Man thwip thing, and all of a sudden, Web shoots out of her hand and sticks to the page of the book.
Yeah. It sticks to Ballard on the ground. She pulls in his face, drags to the mud.
Musashi is gonna give you just this horrified look of like, what in the hell is that?
I'm still figuring it out myself.
Everybody, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
They are coming.
and then follow it up
21.
with a D1. Or actually, the perception check will be fine. Perception check.
I'm asleep. I don't see nothing.
I love how it's just no keen senses.
So,
Lady's worn out, dude.
I got a
She
natural
used her
one too.
fire belly. She's tired.
so I'm gonna have Ren and Garden Bunny both to roll off. Just a flat D20.
RD.
Oh, you got a 50-50 shot.
Do this. Nope.
All right.
She's really sleeping hard.
I am tired.
So, okay, this will be almost entirely on Musashi. Musashi, you hear a strange noise. It's kind of a whistling sound. It's
Well,
also
Zip
got
got
like a
29
low
as well.
pitch to it. It's good. And a cow falls through the tree and is going to land on you and Sorsha. I need you both to make a reflex check, and Musashi, you can choose if you're going to use your reflex check to move Sorsha or move yourself.
21.
Where is reflex?
And then I should have. Okay, no. I thought I had an additional.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I think I probably would have used mine to just grab her and truck her, and then like lay down on the ground and like ball up.
Okay.
Because I know I'm sturdier than the little old woman.
All right. Is that how you choose to use your action?
I will use my reflex to save Sorsa and take the hit.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna kill this fucking cow and eat it.
Better than dragon.
In fact, I'm going to re-roll that because that's ridiculously high damage, and I want it to be on the screen.
Shit.
But yeah, this cow comes
I would
flying
survive it.
from 150 feet in the air, crashes through the trees, and lands on you for 49 points of damage.
Jesus.
I'm glad I threw Sorsha out of the way.
Sure that's not a minotaur?
Where's my token?
And you all, those of you who are awake, which would include Sorsha now,
Yeah.
you hear the beating of wings flapping into the night.
Actually, I am just alive because I forgot I only had 62 health at the end of that battle.
Man.
I'm down to 13.
Well, y'all are going to sleep for the night.
Can I go over to him and help him feel better?
Because I'm sure I would have woke her ass up throwing her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let out a blood-curdling scream of, what the fuck was that? Ow, get this thing off of me.
I think the rest of us would run over there and start pulling the cow away.
There's a fair amount of meat on the ground now.
Can we call our first mate over and maybe they can take some of this meat too?
I'm going to, without skipping a beat, just take its head off. Just in anger and frustration of, where the hell did this come from? And I'm going to look around and be like, it was that bloody dragon. I'm going to murder that bloody dragon for trying to kill me with a cow.
Okay.
Might end up a situation where more cows come flying at us in the night.
I just did cure moderate wounds for 18.
All right, good. Yeah, I would.
Okay, that puts me up to
cast
31.
all your daily spells, burn everything up.
Yeah, burn all your dailies. Well, let's hope she can get a good night's rest in.
Let's see, what else can I do? I could do a cure light wounds also.
Well, I'm at like a third of my health right now.
For 14 more.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say y'all, between whatever, because you've also got channel positive energy that you can burn like several times. But yeah, I'll say everybody can get up to full health between this and you using burning all your spells.
Okay.
All right. Assuming that y'all do not intend to chase the dragon into the night, if you just take your cow bombing and go to sleep.
Musashi is going to carve a bit of the cow and go cook a steak over his fire.
Ren's going to position herself under a nice solid tree trunk and stay awake through the night and look at the sky.
Look for silhouettes and cows.
I'm gonna find a different nut to scratch my back on that tree and nestle back in. Like I'm just like, yeah, this shit happens. Let's go back and sleep.
Tree too, and just like situation yourself up in it.
It wouldn't do us any good to try to chase the dragon down at night. They can obviously see better than we can out here.
No kidding.
So what Musashi's also going to do is he's going to take the head and plunk it down next to him and then use it as a pillow out of defiance. Because he's pissed. And he's going to find another bigger tree. And set a
You
little
find a
fire
tattoo on the inside of the cow's ear. It says Becky.
Damn you, Becky.
Becky's a bitch. Well, I took care of her quickly. Ooh, splat.
Right. Yeah, you guys wake up the next morning, still pouring down rain. You've all managed to get a full night's sleep. You're full health. Hop back on the ship and travel on towards Turtleback Ferry.
Before I get on the ship, Musashi will bury the head of the cow and give it respect in its last day.
Ren's going to walk by him while he's doing this and be like, "You're a very complicated man." And she's just going to get on the boat and leave you there to do your thing.
Well, I'm going to look at Ren and be like, in my anger and everything, it dawned on me that it wasn't the cow's fault. It fell from abysmal height and tried to kill me. It's that damn dragon. So what he's going to do is, I'm assuming the pirates still have pieces of the dragon there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to walk over to both of the young dragons and I'm going to cut the horns off. And then put them in my bag. Because I'm pissed that she tried to kill me.
All right. I want to see where this is going.
She gave you steak and you're desecrating her child?
No, I'm going to give her what's left of her children. At least she'll have a parting gift of them.
This is a mistake.
What do you think, Ren? Is this a mistake?
I have no love for dragons.
All right. As the ship slowly starts to pull away from the shore, Ballard wakes up in the mud and has to scramble after and catch a ladder. Baylor looks at you. He does this rather often. He's a horrid drunk.
Well, he's moderately not so poor. So he's got that going for him.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably have a little more interaction with with the captain of the ship, but that's really kind of Casey's thing, and we'll get into that next week. But for now, you guys travel on down the river for about another day and a half. And by midday the next afternoon, you arrive in Turtleback Ferry.
Yes.
Where is the Turtleback Ferry? Oh, wait, there's the ship. Oh, I can't find it.
How much HP do we recover when we sleep?
You recover your level plus con bonus.
Ah, right.
Like I said, I mean, just go ahead and be full health.
Okay. I wasn't far from it anyway.
Yeah. Geez, I can't. Is that it? No, that's not it. I think I must have deleted my my page of Turtleback Ferry. Oh no, that's the encounter y'all chose not to do. Yeah. Okay. So I don't have the page for it today.
Well, you'll get it next time.
Yes, we will get to it next time. When we come back next week, I guess. Yeah.
The week after.
We got.
I will be gone next week as well as.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. I found it. It's just got moved. Here you guys are in Turtleback Ferry.
This looks oddly familiar.
It looks very similar to Sandpoint.
It really does.
Although
pouring
isn't the
down rain.
graveyard closer to the city? I'm worried about undead now.
Yeah. Pouring down rain as you reach the town. You actually have to dock across the river from the town. So tomorrow, when y'all disembark, you will actually ride a ferry across the river to the ferry town.
Okay. That must be where it gets its name.
Yep. All right. I'm going to end the recording.
Bye, recording.
Bye, recording.
Recording.